1, 2, 3.
And when Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. 25. And when Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. 25. And when Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. 25. When Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. 25. And when Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their 25. And when Elijah saw that the people were naked, for Achan had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. 26. Then Elijah stood in the gate of the camp, and said, Who is on the messenger of the covenant's side? Let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi, true followers of Elijah, gathered themselves together unto him. 27. And he said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor, even for Achan and all his followers. 28. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Elijah, and there fell of the people, demons, skin folk, that day about 3,000 men.
And the Lord said to Moses, Get down. For your people whom you brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. 8. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made themselves a molded calf, and worshipped it and sacrificed to it, and said, This is your God, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt. $1,000. Cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom, of Master Fard Muhammad Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher Master Fard's teachings.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. I do a sound check here. Here comes my sound. I do a sound check before I proceed. Okay, it sounds like it's okay. Okay, brothers and sisters. This is a time of unprecedented trouble. Time like no other. There's no other time ever been like this or ever be again. That's where we're right now. No one's calling that but the messenger of the covenant. America's not calling. We're told to be quiet. Silence, on a sham, because they have no idea what's going on, but they're going to find out in a minute. Because it's going to touch everybody on this planet. It's going to touch everyone. Everyone's going to be affected by it. Some to their detriment, some to their glory, some to their awakening. Everybody's going to be affected. Woe to those who are affected to their detriment, those who are opposing this light. See, the darkness opposes light, but there's no power over light. It opposes it. It doesn't want the light to come in, but it can't do anything about it. That's having those fools out there, Silas and Farrakhan and Ishmael and Wesley. See? It's burn ass up. Light burns up darkness. Burn ass up. They're all over the place. They're all over the place trying to make sense of the bullshit they've been spreading and shoveling into your face for the last 40-some years. And now the truth is coming out. They're trying to make sense of it. They had no light. So God's a man, then he's not a man. He's flesh and not. So now trying to make that work. Oh, wow, we were Master Farah Muhammad. Oh, what happened to the originator? Oh, well, Master Muhammad, he praised to who? God Muhammad says no mystery God. Master Muhammad says no mystery God. But you're saying, oh, well, you can't play the flesh. So if you're praying, can't pray the flesh, that means you're praying to a spirit or a spook. And God Muhammad made it very clear there's no such thing. Master Muhammad. See, the thing is, brothers and sisters, and Elijah Muhammad said, truth made so clear and a fool in error. So if you're erring, you're a fool, you're a demon, or you're a total idiot. Because they put Exodus in there to give you a clear path, that's like, well, I can't see, but let me see an eye dog. And you don't want to use that. Exodus is a clear path here to hereafter. Clear path. And what's wrong with that? You believe in the part about Elijah, the part about the God, right? The part about Aaron in Elijah's presence. Oh yeah, that's Elijah talking about. That's Master Muhammad. Oh, and that's Aaron in Elijah's presence. But what happened to Aaron in Elijah's departure? Oh, they have a problem with that one. And they have a problem with Joshua too. See, because they stop right there. They want to cut Exodus down to right there at the point Elijah departs. And then after that, the blind spot. Blind spot. Just up to the point where Elijah departs. That's all as far as I want to go. Because once you depart, that's all hell breaks loose. But they stop right there. And as Quran says, those who believe in part of the book and disbelieve in the other, part of the book and disbelieve the other, for them it's most, not just agree with chastisement, the most. Oh, their ass will be burnt to a crisp. And we're not talking about years, we're talking about days. If I was them, I don't know where I would. Death will not be a solution for them. Because when they tell you our people are lost for lack of knowledge, you say, wait a minute, they're our people. That means we love them, we want them, we care for them. Our people. God said his people. That means they're part of his body. Part of his body been lost. What somebody told you, your hand got burned off? Oh man, who burned my hand off? You would have thought who the hell burned it off? And you're going to tear their ass apart. It says, my people. God says, my people lost for lack of knowledge. Why? Who caused that lack of knowledge? Who caused that lack of knowledge? See? My people, that's part of me. What's going to happen to them? And they're the one that's causing it. So what do you think God's going to do to them? It says, the wrath of God. We said the wrath of God, what does that mean? That means that wrath is beyond anything you can imagine. That's God's wrath. He says, slow to wrath, slow to anger. But once he is, his wrath cannot be contained. That's it. Who is able to stand? Because you attacked him. As it says, what did the person you call Jesus, Joshua, what he says? He says, what have you done to at least one of these? You've done it to me? Done it to me? That means the ones lost, that was an attack on the God himself. Personal attack. What the hell are they going to do to you? Farrakhan, Wesley, Jeffrey, Silas, Son of Sham, Eric, because they're lost because of you. Lack of knowledge because of you. Right to your bullshit. Part of his body. My people. Part of his body, God's body. And it's missing. And they're destroyed. Because they lost, that means they were destroyed. They was burnt. If anyone that's destroyed in this situation, they're destroyed in the most horrific ways. And you cause my people, my family, be destroyed in the most horrific ways. So I'm going to do to you as you did to them. I'm going to double to your ass. Think about it. I keep telling you, oh, this day is going to, nothing, like I said, nothing you ever seen before. You can't imagine it. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Now see, this dumbass Daniel, the karate man, the super chess master. He's a dumbass lying fool. He doesn't know shit. I don't want to critique. Like I said, I had to say this. I meant to say it yesterday. As he gonna tell you, and he gonna see. They always trying to quote science, like Ishmael trying to explain electricity, which had no idea what he was talking about. You got Wesley, a doctor. What that PhD there for? Huh? PhD. Big head dummy. The fool's a fool. He's going to tell you that our problem is because we're not getting enough sun. He has no idea how the universe works. They must be giving PhDs away over there. See? No, if that's the case, then that would go against what Farrakhan's saying, because if that's the case, then we should be heading back to Africa, right? We should be not going anywhere. And that's our problem. If we're not getting enough sun, then should we go where the sun is? Where are you going? I want to stay here. So that makes no damn sense, does it? And that's not the case. Because if that's the case, how come Africa, the Africans over there, how come they doing so bad? They got plenty of sun. Just dummies. They're clowns with their heads so far up Farrakhan's ass. Right? They didn't get a panoramic view. He told me, hey, that's the first class view. Oh man, it looks, yeah, it's beautiful up here, man. And man, the meals are great. That brown stuff, man, whoo. He got plenty of brown stuff there, man. All that honey, he's feeding shit. They think it's honey. And they're gonna find in a minute. Because the point is, right? Before they get out of here, they're gonna be eating dog shit, literally. Or what's right? Because that's what come out. They've been selling shit, spreading shit to our people, so now they have to eat shit. Literally. When they say the most grievous chastisement, brothers and sisters, they're not kidding. They say the grievous chastisement, they said the most. That means the worst possible. And like they love, Father Flake, they love him so much, they don't have to eat his shit. Since you love him so much, think I'm lying? Watch. They have no idea who they're fucking around with. See that here? Then he's going to tell you. My wife said, man, she said, what you got to call it 911 because I was about to have a stroke on laughing. Oh, every action has opposite equal reaction. That's true. Absolutely. Doesn't apply to what he was talking about. Then you're going to say, and you're going to prove by gravity. Because when gravity pulls down, right, you can tell the reaction because you see a person's jaws move. That has nothing to do with that law. That's friction from air blowing on you as you're falling down. That's not the reaction from that action. That's just from air resistance. Gravity is a resultant force. He wouldn't know that. I wrote a book on it. This out there on YouTube several years ago. Right? Now, you see it right there, that red thing right there, that's you. You see the whole thing, gravity, those circles. So in gravity, because the earth is round, then the gravity, right, the closer you get to the earth, the stronger the gravity is. Because it's, you got the universe pulling the force. In other words, you got the force of gravity pushing on both. But this way, gravity is a differential force. Right? So you got the force. I'm not going into all that detail. First universe, right? Applying you on both sides. But since you're in the vicinity of the Earth or anything that's round, right? Then the force closest to the Earth is the strongest. That's how gravity works. The force away from it is the weakest. Because the equation is 1 of r squared. R means the radius, the further you go. So if you say 1 of r squared, right? If you're 1 mile, then the force right there would be if 1 mile, the force be r squared, be 1 squared, be 1 over 1, just the force be 1. But if you 2 miles away, then the force r be 2, that'd be 2 squared, 1/4, be 1/4, so it'd be less. That's what it works. The further you go out, that's why gravity gets weaker and weaker as you get further and further out. That's what caused, it's a differential force. That's what's pulling you, because you got that's 2 forces acting right there. But since one of the forces is weaker than the other, then that means you pull close to the earth. Closer and closer and closer. At 32 feet per second per second. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's a dummy. You see the wind blowing. That's the wind blowing. What they got to do with gravity? That's wind blowing in your face. Because when you're out in space before you enter the Earth's atmosphere, you drop it, but you won't see that because there's no atmosphere to blow in your face. If you go out there, if you're a mile out, 2 miles, you're 6 miles out, where there's no atmosphere, right? And you're falling towards the Earth, you won't get this skin because there's no atmosphere to show any kind of resistance. You just be falling. You're really stupid. So if you get that, you get it, whatever. Right? That's the way it works. Because atoms are, well, I'm not going into detail. I'll leave it like that. I wrote a book on it. Look it up. I explain it. That's proof because you see your skin. It was stupid. It's like Wesley with, you'll get up sun. And then you got Nuri, right? Okay, he's going to explain evolution. He's going to say, giraffe millions of years ago had a short neck. And he looked up there, and he said, man, damn, I want that apple up there on top of that tree. This is Yuri. Tell me I'm lying, Nuri. And, oh man, I really want to have up there. So because he had that overriding desire, he passed on to his son, to his son's son, to his son's son, and every son got loose. He had the same desire. I guess saw the same apple. I guess it's in the same spot for millions of years. It's so goddamn stupid. And so he said, eventually after like a million years, his neck was finally long enough to eat the apple. Damn, the apple was a plastic apple. I mean, how could it stay fresh for millions of years? He was just standing there. I had time to make up my son or doing anything. It's just stupid. But he was saying that I was there present. He came this function. He started. He gonna teach that's evolution. It has nothing to do with evolution. It's stupid. All of them are stupid over there. So now they're trying to square the circle between what God is the flesh or God is the man. All you got to do is read Hebrews 7. It makes it very clear. Melchizedek is a God, have no beginning or end. That means it got to be a God who wasn't created, no birth record. And it makes it clear. It says, he's a man who Abraham bowed to. So Abraham only bowed to God. But anyway, Elijah Muhammad made it very clear. He said, search for the mystery God for 20 years, never found him. See? But Pharaoh, no, God, you can't worship flesh. And Matthew Muhammad prays. Well, who's he praying to? Something that's not flesh. So he's praying to mystery God. You going to tell me they would follow Matthew Muhammad? Teachers? These people are sick over there. They're stupid, sick. And the thing is, the fact that those people follow him shows, like Elijah Muhammad said, the truth be so clear in the fool in there. That's how stupid they are. Because they can't find one scripture. I've told them, I give $5,000. You can just show me one scripture in the Bible or the Quran supports that stuff you said about Farrakhan. They can't. It's been out there for years and they have not stepped forward. And I put a little season on it. Right? I said, not only will I give $5,000, I'll kiss Farrakhan's ass in public. Everybody can see. You show me this one verse in the Bible Quran support that shit you said about Farrakhan. I show 1,000 verses show he ain't no goddamn good. He's a pimp. He's a coward. He's a liar. He's Aaron the deceiver. I can show 1,000, right? And how he's a coward because when Moses returned, he blamed the people. He's supposed to be a leader. He blamed the people for being messed up. That's in the Quran and the Bible. Not so bad. Elijah wanted to kick his ass in the Quran and the Bible. So how in the hell are they representing this dumbass, stupid, sick clown? Why represent him? He's the man. Because, like Thessalonians says, they have no love for the truth. They're not with him for truth. They're with him because they're demons or they're fools. They're saying wavelength he's on. That means they're demons like him. Remember, half the people connect with us. They're not part of our nation, but they're infiltrators. They're wolves in sheep clothing. They're not us. They're demons. They're house niggers. Master's children in blackface. And so that's it. That's why I say, how many black folks supposed to be in America now? They said probably 34 million, right? Hold on. See, it's in the lessons. There's so much stuff in that lesson there. They said the original nation is 17 million. But there wasn't 17 million at the time Master Muhammad said that. But right now there's 17 million because the 17 million are the original and the other 17 million are the demons. It says somebody sowed chaff amongst the wheat, equal amount. But it told Elijah, they'll be there when Elijah was around, where it says, Elijah, you can't separate them. That means they were around when Elijah was around. And Farrakhan was the chief demon, Legion. Because it said they was corrupted by Legion and Mark. Lewis Eugene Grounds, NOI backwards. Oh, it ain't great. Yeah, it was Grounds. His mother, Sarah Mae Grounds, is her maiden name. He had him confused and says it would take Suleiman to come along and separate. He said, "Just leave him alone. But if you try to separate him, Elijah, you might hurt the wheat." Says Soon as he comes, he'll know how to separate them. And that's what I'm doing right now. Because it says, so the Lord will consume with the spirit of his mouth. I'm assuming them now. Because right now, everything they're doing, all internet, they're reacting to my message. Sunday was a total reaction to my message. In fact, they actually quoted a lot of things I said. Insane. Move on, brothers and sisters. He can prove it. The boy's stupid. He's a chess master. We playing against. Donald Duck. I wouldn't waste my time, but I tear his ass up with some chess. I don't even do that anymore. He's a chess master and karate expert. Really? Well, bring your ass over here. Bring your ass over here with your karate shit. Boy, over full of shit over there. And I'm gonna see the story. It is over there. He gonna tell you. Let me see if I get this right. He was talking about these video games, right? He was saying, that's bad for your kids, and how it's happened. Because I've been telling you, the music and the videos and the movies and stuff is designed to keep you blind. I've been saying that. Because all of a sudden you see blacks in the movies, right? I mentioned this in detail. That's why Kevin Hurt, now he's leading a CIA group, right? And he's doing billion-dollar deals. You know that shit don't happen. And you see black folks now all of a sudden they got houses, their bathroom is bigger than your whole damn house. And they doing billion-dollar deals. They got big Fortune 500 company stuff. Yeah, that shit ain't real. But the point is they're making you, that's right now because they're closing on you. They got to keep putting cheese in that trap. Keeping it fresh so you don't ignore it. But they're closing on you. I explained that. I'm not going to talk about it. What are you saying that? Now think about it. Oh, that's bad. And that's wrong. Right? And then he come right back and tell you. And his children are doing it. Because he said his children gave him some kind of certificate to go get something. I said, this boy is totally retarded. I mean, to my IQ, shit, he's in the negative area. He's just going to tell you it's bad, your children, and then he's doing it. And he's done it before. He's talking about, oh man, sports, that stuff ain't no good. And then going to tell me, yeah, but the game, man. Then got Wesley, he was talking tough. Oh man. He's a punk. Oh, he was like he was following Farrakhan if he wasn't a punk. Only punks follow punks. And Farrakhan's first class punk. He got this pimp scar on his shoulders. Nobody gets pimp. Hang around New Jersey, New York. How you get pimp scar? Why you get that pimp scar? My God, God, you don't want God to speak to you. But you be careful, because he speaks to you. Like he says, be it is. He speaks to you in just words, some shit happens bad behind it. So you can tell what he said by what happens to you after he speaks to you. We spoke his ass. They know blowing his ass up with cancer. Blow his ass up. Yeah, God spoke to him. Oh, you're ripping the nation off, huh? Distorting my name. Distorting a lot of my teachings, huh? That's what you're doing? Then you talking to me? Yeah, you talking to me now. How your ass feeling? Blowing it up, asshole. Now you walk around here pissing the shit in the bag. That is not a trial, fool. That's a curse. A permanent curse. And that was only put on people that God hates. Disembowel them. It tell you right in the scripture. He got cursed. 55 years old with cursed with cancer. It said women are heaven. Well, obviously, he ain't going to heaven, is he? Maybe that's why he kissed on Father Flager. Father Flager must be his daddy, right? His sugar daddy. Must be his husband, the way he's kissing on him. Look how he kissed. I want to see the picture. How he's kissing on him. The whole thing is sick over there. So everybody over there, now everybody over there ain't bad because it says those that were seeking the message of the covenant, they would be there because that's where he's supposed to appear. But it wasn't with Farrakhan, because we're going to see in a minute that when Elijah showed back up, he said, those with the Lord come with me. So that means if they was with the Lord, they was with Farrakhan. They was just there. Disgusting. Shit salesman, shit eater. He pulling shit out of his ass. Well, he can't do that no more. He's pulling out of the bag, and these guys lined up. It's my turn. I want my bite. I want mine. Worse than all of them. Mouth full of shit. Oh, man, this tastes good, man. Farrakhan's really money. All of them. And so, you don't like what I'm saying? You don't have to. Because the point is, we're talking years. Hey, what I'm saying to you right now, it's at your doorstep. This year. I can't see you getting past next month. Because this is going to happen to you while this wars take place. You better hope this war never ends. You better read that again. Because when did Moses come and separate and destroy your ass? When it says there's sound of war, but no sign of victory or defeat. Can you figure that one out? That means during the war, they'll burn your ass up. All of you. No. Not like, you put them on no, not that way. Like you set your ass on a hot plate. That's burn your ass, but you don't die. You just sit there and burn your, and then catch fire, put them off. Douse with some water. Then set them back there again. Oh, they got something for your ass. You shouldn't have been doing what you're doing. Our people are lost for lack of knowledge because you out there with your bullshit. If you're demons, you should have kept away from us and kept stay in Master's house, deal with Master. But that's your house niggas, your Master's children. And now you're living off our people. Farrakhan, now you're talking about, we need to do stuff for self now. 40-some damn years? And now all of a sudden you're going to do something for self? They've been giving you an economic program in which it's been going in your pocket. He's a multi-millionaire, so is his dumbass son. Both of them demons, devils, children. And where's the economic program at? They've been giving you money for it for years. Put in your pocket. That's why he cursed with a curse. It says, who the Lord will consume with spirit of his mouth. I mean, you're being consumed right now. That's right now. Where's my? The Lord found to break the doors down. He had Farrakhan's message. That's a goddamn lie. Because you can't even fill up your mosque, your main mosque on Fridays, on Sundays. You go in there and you can't even fill that up. And that's your main one in Chicago. And then the few men you got in there, they're even so-called believers. They lost sounds, and then you got them sitting every other seat trying to make it look like you filled the whole damn audience. Who the hell you think you're fooling? You're hemorrhaging people. They find a way, and that's why it says, well, Lord, consume. You haven't, since this mess has been getting traction, you haven't been growing. You've been declining. They get worse and worse, the so-called man farce. I don't see, you had to be a dummy not to see through that one. They got stereotype of all the black people. They have stereotyped us, right? With pimps, with hoes, drug dealers, fools, right? Whatever. Criminals, right? That's stereotype. That's a lie. That's the demons. They the one, the gang members. They the one that are raping. That's them. But remember, the seed, the wheat, chaff, and the wheat was mixed together. So they give us a bad name because they mix in with us. That's why it had to be separated. Because once we're separated, then we shine like the stars of heaven. Because now we got the shit. We moved the shit away from us. That's them. Right? Okay. So They're the chaff. They're doing all this stuff, right? They mix it with the wheat. We're just righteous people. You understand? But that's why he found, oh, y'all so wicked and everything else, right? So what this clown says. Did I get it right? I don't want to misstate it. Well, let me get back to it. I don't want to misstate it. Right? But at any rate, right, the two are mixed in together. Right? So it looks like we're doing all this stuff. See? Well, okay. I think I got clear enough. I've been saying this before, but I want to make it, see if I can make it clear. The so-called man farce, right? Remember stereotypes. And stereotypes is not us. That's the wolves among sheep clothing. And they look, look like us, but they're acting like wolves and say, damn, we get a hit. But wolves and sheep clothing still they look like wolves and sheep, but they're still wolves. They act like wolves. They can't help, they act according to nature. Okay. So he's gonna tell you, remember this stereotype. This ain't us. So he had so-called man farce with 99% of people wasn't even, he took credit for something that he didn't even do. That's why he didn't show up on the second one. But the second one, first was so great, and man put out a jamming album. Then the next time he put another, you're gonna be right there to get it, because say, man, right? Because you say, hey, that first one bad, the next one probably, we won't be the first one to get it, right? Nobody showed up on the second one, he didn't even show up. Okay? So he got you raise your hand, admitting the stereotype they give us. I won't sin no more. I won't beat my wife no more. I'll take care of my children. I'll do child support. All the stuff that stereotypes they put on us. I ain't gonna sell drugs no more. Right? I ain't gonna take tractor. All the stuff they stereotypes said, that's them, not us. He got you bear witness, raise your hand to the whole world that the stereotypes are correct. Because you said it correct. By you raise your hand saying I ain't doing it no more, that means you've been doing it. And you didn't catch on that one? And then he the holy one. See, I'm pure. See, I'm the holy one, and they the ones fucked up. They criminals. Look at them. They thieves. They hoes. They pimps. Crackheads. And I'm the holy one. They say I got them. I'm gonna clean them up. And all he did was. That's why I said they make you a laughing stock before your enemies. They made you a laughing stock. Because everybody says, damn, this stereotypes are true about them niggas. They admit it. They like that. But by saying I'm doing them, that means you've been doing it. Me and man farce. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Let's look at this. Now see, he tried to talk about the mind again. I told you it was addressing everything. I talked about this all week. About the mind, the difference between the mind and the brain. I'm not going into detail here, but the difference between the mind and the brain, most of you think the same thing. No. Your brain is hardware. That doesn't calculate it. Your mind has information. It takes in information and controls information that goes into your brain. You got to calculate. You got to calculate. You got to put information, and you put it into calculator, and then it gives you an answer based on the information you put in. Same thing. So your brain just calculates the information you get in. If you have bad information, it's going to come out. The answer is going to come out bad because it's going to calculate what you get in. If you tell cats can fly, then it's going to make decisions based on cats being able to fly. That's what you tell, and they accept that as truth, right? That's what happened here. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening here is that when we had our mind, it was warriors. See, this is the mind that we got from Muhammad. See? We had even better mind than that, but that was the order mind, so to speak, order mind before the winter come, right? So anyway, we had that mind. That's the Quran and Mecca and like stuff, right? So you had the Moors, and it was powerful. Right? That's because that's the information that came in. They've got that information. So, and powerful in that sense, right? Okay. Because your mind controls information that goes in, you can edit it and everything else, but then it passes in. So your parents is your first mind. Now, if their mind is wrong, they have bad ideas. They think, well, you're going to heaven when you die. This is Jesus going to see. If it's that kind of stuff, then that's what you're separate from them. See, because at some point in your life, you start controlling the information that comes in your mind. That's if you have the ability to do that. Because you have to question the mind you have to do that. And if they put into the mind, do not question, right? Do not question Jesus, just have faith. They put it, so that means blocks anything out except what they told you. That's the reason I tell you that. See, that's the most, no other religion teach that kind of stuff. So no, to block you from questioning the mind they gave you, right? They say, you can't question or you're going to hell. You got to have faith. And so now you paralyzed with that mind. So here we go. Here this mind, and who's warriors. Then what happened? They took us over here and gave us this mind. And they tell you, this mind, the Quran didn't tell you that. The Quran say, well, you get burned, you're going, Quran says, you're going to hell never, if you don't believe in that. It's a whole different story. But this, they tell you that because they wanted to lock that mind in. So they gave us mind. They locked in by saying, if you don't have faith in Jesus, if you don't, you're going to hell never. You gotta obey this, right? But for our case, it got even deeper. It not only locked it in, right, but it demand your submission to them. Because you got to obey your master, or Jesus is going to hate you. He's going to put you in hell, and Jesus curse you to be a slave forever. And you got to obey that. See? So they're not only locking it in, they're also exploiting you. And you could, and so you have to go along with it. At the field of eternal destruction that doesn't exist, but they told you it does exist, and your mom and daddy, now they tell you it exists. Because they first had to force on your mom and dad once they did that. But they couldn't do that on them directly. That's why a lot of them to that 64 year. Let me tell you that in a minute. They couldn't do it on the ones that brought over here. They couldn't do that. They couldn't force it on you. So they took their children. That's a lot of them taught. The children, once they put them in together, a man and a female, once they had the children, that's 64 years that a lot of them was talking about. Took their children away. So the children had no mind. The parents couldn't give them a mind, had no protection, whatever. And then they see you're black, that means you're a monkey. Because monkeys are black. Now, monkeys are not black. They're white under their hair. Their hair is black. Newsflash, check it out. But they tell you, see, we white, you're an animal, because you're black. And this is the mind they gave you. You got to serve master no matter what. You got to love master no matter how bad he is or whatever. You got to love him. You got to forgive him no matter what he does to you. Otherwise, you got to serve master, obey master, you got to serve him. Otherwise, you're going to hell forever and ever. That's what pulling these minds, these children. And so therefore, 64 years, you're locked down. And that's what we're dealing with right now. But what happens once you get this mind? There you go. You're on your knees serving, begging. Total control. That's the mind people have right now. That's why it says in Daniel and in Mark that their mind had to be given back to him. But it's not easy. So in order to give back to him, you have to destroy the mind that exists. You have to destroy. That's what Master Muhammad get ready to do. Get ready to destroy this mind, because this mind is this reality is a reflection of this mind. That's their mind. They gave us their mind. That's their mind. But see what it does to us. For them, they get the benefit of it. Because from their side, remember, they're the master. So they get benefit because we serving them, we're obeying them, we're doing everything. But we're the servants. We're the animals. So for us, it's bad. For them, great. That's their mind. If you go a cat going to dog land, right? If you want to survive, you have to get a dog's mind. But the dog mind is good for dogs, but it's bad for you. That mind is good for them, but it's bad for us. You understand? So this whole reality is based on their mind. Because reality comes out of a mind. Once we get our own mind back, we're going to change reality to reflect our mind, which will destroy them. Right now, we're taking and supporting their mind because they gave us their mind. So, and if you're a cat with a dog's mind, you're going to hate cats, and you're going to beat up cats. You beat yourself. That's why it says, Mark, we're beating ourselves because we got their mind, and their mind hates us. So that means we hate ourselves if we got their mind. That means we beat ourselves up. That's exactly what happened in Mark. You beat yourself up, right? Hate yourself because you got an enemy's mind. And that's their mind. So you acting according to their mind. So you're acting, right? You're a cat, you acting like a dog. That means now you hate cats and you beat up on cats and you beat yourself up too. So how do you do that? You have to destroy this mind. What's fueling this mind? See, this mind has to be fueled. Our mind will be fueled too once we get home, and now the universe is contracting and our energy increases. Now we know how to manage it. That means our mind is being fueled, right, by the four powers of the universe. Their mind is fueled off of oil. Their reality is fueled off of oil. And that's what's happening right now. Because Master Muhammad will destroy their mind, their reality. That means it goes, that mind will not work for you anymore. Because there's no food, there's no economics, whatever. That mind, that's American dream, whatever, it will not work for you. It will shut down. That mind will be gone. This reality will be shut down. That's what he's getting ready to do right now, shut it down. And when it goes down, you're in darkness. You get the first thing, when the lights go out, you look for a light. And that's when the angel comes in. Now see it. People sit in dark, see a great light. Then you're going to see a light as angel. You see, that's going to be your new mind. See, the angel mind, your mind, natural mind. That's what's about that. That's what's going on right now, brothers and sisters. I'm going to get ready to destroy their mind. This economic system, this whole reality is based on their mind. It's getting ready to destroy it. Because the fuel that fuels it, that's why everybody's nervous. The fuel that fuels it, he said, Iran's going to take over the Middle East with Syria behind it. They're going to be revived. Muhammad is leading the charge. They're going to take over, and then all of a sudden, the world's in panic because there's no fuel to fuel this fake reality. It's a fake reality now because we moved from winter into spring. They're the winter reality. It worked during the winter because they had a winter mind. Winter mind was against us. We were summer people. Now spring coming in, mind doesn't work, you're going to destroy it. So now you're going to get a spring mind, which destroys the winter. Spring destroys where all things new. When winter comes in, all things new because no trace of spring is left. When spring comes in, all things new because no trace of winter left after spring comes in, is there? Understand what it's saying? Happening here. That's what's going on right there, right now. Master Muhammad is getting ready to shut down this reality. And Michael is angels, those are angels. And Iran is his rod of iron. It's kicking the ass over there right now. That's how this war going to end. That's why everybody's silent because they don't know and they're afraid they might fall on the wrong side of it. I'm telling you, we ain't talking about years anymore. Master Muhammad only want to know exact time, but I can tell you for sure it'll be this year. I can tell you absolutely sure of that. Right? In my opinion, my learned opinion, studying the angel, we're talking about within 60 days. I'd be surprised if it even anywhere near that. One, brothers and sisters. Let's see here. This situation, brothers and sisters, everything was taken away from us. See? Because we're sold into slavery by our brothers, half brother, Ishmael. Arabs, they took our land and put us in, they thought it was putting us to death. Never see us no more. Put us in the hands of Egypt, America. America had captured, took our energy, control our energy, our mind. Right? Got rich off of us because we served them. And they afflicted us and punished. Like I said, they afflicted us and exploited our energy, took control of it, of us. So they had us. They lost Israel. They said, "Hey man, we can benefit off of this." Because they in captivity, man. We just say we, because the Christians, the whole idea is you got who blesses will be blessed, who curses will be cursed. They say, "Hey man, we're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna say we Israel." That means they're gonna have to bless us. If they're Christians, it says it right there. Assume, right? Aside from the fact that it says those who say the Jews are not synagogue of Satan. Jesus told them, "No, your father is the devil." Anyway, that's another story. The problem is, so that's why he demanded that Christians help them. They said, "We Israel," because the real ones under their thumb. But not only does America have us, they have us in control too. You read Daniel, who's going to control the iron and the brass. I know you understand that. So they got identity. They got us. They got us captive, a nation within a nation. Like a lot of them told you. Ishmael, they got our land, Arabia, which you said we would get back once the 400 years was over. 400 years over in 2020. 40, well, you can say, some people say 2019. 1619, 2019 has the 400 years. So if you include that, then you have to say 2020, because that's exactly as the official time was over, because that's the first plague rolled in right on time, 2020, COVID. Right? And it didn't affect us. But skin folk, all you got to do is check World Health Organization, right, to hit it. But the fact is, it did not affect Black Africa, it did not affect Haiti, it wasn't affecting us either. But they would say we're dropping like flies. No, us niggas were, not us. It didn't affect me. At any rate, I wasn't walking around with, well, you had to wear a mask to go to the store or something, otherwise I wouldn't. I didn't went to the gym and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, that's another story. But some of the gyms was actually closed, but I found one that wasn't. At any rate, then our economics, intellectual, that's no story together. They gave that because no country get the economic base, the industrial base to another country. That's insane. So America can't produce, and you got this big military and everything else. Well, and you can't produce, you got to have your enemy produce it for you? Because they gave all industrial to China because they didn't want us to have it. That's no story together. I'm not going to it, brothers and sisters. Intellectually, they gave it to India because they didn't want you to have it. Because they're trying to keep you suppressed. They don't want you to rise. Because you rise and throw off that mind, you come with a new mind, a spring mind, which will destroy them. Plus the consequence. Because they afflicted you. Some wrath, the wrath of the God. Why would God be wrathful? He said wrathful because what you've done to his people. Consequence. You also hold your hostage because the Quran in the Bible also tells you that God will not attack a nation as long as there's a righteous amongst them. In other words, you can't get to it, get out of America as long as we're here. And then Elijah Muhammad said that they hold us hostages. And the Farrakhan said, we stay here because Farrakhan, his job is to make sure you stay. You want to stay. You don't even think about leaving. I said, you ain't going nowhere. We love it here. Why you love it here, Farrakhan? Why? Because your husband, Dr. Father Flage, is here? Was he rubbing your boo-boo? Y'all got some strong tongue kissing going. He's nothing. See? But he's going soon. Pissing the shit in the bag, isn't that something? So when they went to Aretha Franklin's wedding, now you may not know this, but Aretha Franklin, she was, I don't know, she was with the Nation of Islam now. To what degree, I don't know, but I know she was with it. Right? That's why she invited him to the funeral. But I guess she assumed he's with the nation, whatever. He's up there. Bill Clinton was there, Sharpton, and everything. Clinton was on one side and the other side. I just for mention this. But everybody, when they had a breakup, I went to the bathroom and Farrakhan could just sit there. So these crowds come and how stupid they are. Oh, see how tough Farrakhan is, man? Everybody want to go to the bathroom break, and Farrakhan just sit there, man, because he's cool, he's tough. No, because he's shitting and pissing in the bag, that's why. Boy, I tell you, ooh. See, I look so tubby. The man's pissing. Right now, he can't wipe his own ass. Look at that so-called Savior's Day they had, right? If you look at it closely, they had him in a chair that had wheels to it. No one else had a chair like that. Remember? And they had to hold him up. He was handing around. He was holding like a friend. No, he was holding him up. They had to damn near carry him in there. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you over the river. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight Armageddon and come on. He's out of it. And soon to be, who the Lord consume the spirit of his mouth, which is happening, and destroy with the brightness of his coming, destroy. Means everything about him, his seed, all of it's going to be all wiped out. Everything, every trace of that, we totally eradicated. That's what said destroy. He didn't say you're going to chastise him, you're going to beat him or punish him. He said, no, he's going to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. Who? That's the covenant. Ancient of days. Because he's going to appear here, same time Master Muhammad appears there. Right? So if something's going to happen is, of course, I'm not going to tell you, something's going to happen very, very soon. Right? Of course, his appearance, the 12th Imam is going to manifest itself to the Shia over there, and they're going to go insane. That 12th Imam, you think they inspired now? We think they're going to happen when the 12th man shows up in one of those smaller planes and lands down in Tehran, right in the center of the city, in one of those smaller ships. He walks out. And then they're going to question who he is. They don't have to. That's the 12th man. Damn. What you think is going to happen over there when it happens? You think they're fired up now? And he pulls up. He ain't coming with no flying. He ain't coming with no what do you call it, Ryan carpet? No, he's coming down one of those small ships everybody been talking about. So they know the mother plane's up there. He comes down one of the small ships, land right there, and walks off of there. Master Farad Muhammad, 12th Imam. Once they go crazy, they will go, your world gonna be fired up, man. What you think gonna happen then? They're fired up now. We think the 12th man shows up. And then what happens? Same time he shows up, it's two together. The Lamb and the God. The Lamb shows up here. That's sixth seal. The great shaking occurs. That's what's going on right now. Then some becomes black as sackcloth of hair, and one whole becomes as blood. That means Muhammad is manifest and the Lamb, both of them at the same time. Him over there, right? Great power, great light. So people said, "Don't say great light." Oh, they're gonna be fired up, right? What happens? They come together, see the great army. They'll be fired up. Things gonna be like, you sisters don't worry about nothing. I tell you, don't worry about anything. We got you. I got you. You're gonna show up there, same time. That's a days away. And it says, think that'll come with peace. I come bring a sword. I come to kick ass, turn mother against father, son against daughter, whatever. He said mother against daughter, father against son, and mother-in-law against daughter-in-law. You understood what that meant? So he ain't bringing peace. Come to kick ass. Master Muhammad come to make war. Read chapter 19. He makes war. And War over there and war over here. Days away. We ain't talking about months away, we're talking about days away. That's probably get past next month. I would be extremely surprised. Anyway, that's about to happen. And then everybody got peace was, and then Farrakhan, he told our vision. Our vision is the reward we get. See, he said we don't agree with reward. That's why I say if you're wicked, we're wicked, you're wicked, wicked. Well, you don't agree with reward being wicked. But we can reward. It didn't say to Abraham, your seed will be wicked, be chastised. He didn't say that. He said your seed, they'll be afflicted. If we was being punished, he wouldn't say they'd be afflicted. They'd be punished. They're certain they'd be punished for 400 years. They didn't say they'd be afflicted. That means you're afflicted. That means you get undeserved punishment. Undeserved torment. That's afflicted. Farrakhan. They're wicked. And yes, no. That's why we already know. It says they'll be afflicted. That means unjustly tormented. Holocaust, unjustly. And we serve them. And say after the time's over, I'm going to judge that nation. Wait a minute. If we was the wicked ones, they'd be judging us. They'll judge nations that did to us. Why God judge them? If their purpose was to punish us, what the hell you judge them for? Did you punish them enough? No, you judge them because they're guilty. If you judge something, you check out something they've done. You don't judge innocence. Read it again. You know, oh, well, it wasn't me. It was George Washington. He said, judge the nation. He said, he's going to judge George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Going to judge the nation that did to it. They're all guilty. And they understand a lot of stuff. See, that's why we gave them democracy as a government. See? It didn't really matter. But that's so when they jump up and say, hold it. You're democracy, and then you vote for this, right? That means whatever the nation does, it's on your hands because the nation represent you, ain't it? So what they did, that's your fault because you voted for them. I didn't vote. Well, hey, you said democracy, you said majority rules, so whatever the majority says, you vote for it now. You got to go along with it. They're not within that in the way it works, yeah, so you just as guilty as everybody else. If they made the argument, we can throw that at them. But it doesn't matter. That's theirs. So that's where we are right now in time. So Farrakhan, he said, we ain't going away, calling God a liar. He says, wicked. No, we're not. The letter says we're righteous Muslims. Elijah Muhammad said the same thing because he's the wicked one. He got our nation right now. So if they got all parts, all of us. And so now we got to take it back. First, we're going to take, right? Master Muhammad, he's going to get our identity back because he's going to personally cause destroy false Israel. He'll personally do that. See, because they're the ones blocking our vision because they was put up there so we wouldn't realize that who we are. That's why he set them up. They was burning them up one day unless they was kissing their ass. It's because Elijah. There's no story. They was, oh, no, they ain't true seed Abraham. Blocked the vision. Farrakhan was supposed to support that by saying, you ain't going nowhere. Well, that's the promise God made for our submission to Adam. Because they're all working together. So you're going to take that out. That's going to help restore our vision. With that false vision's gone, right? Now the glass is empty. Now it can be filled with a new vision. Vision of the Injil, right? And the God, Master Muhammad. Okay? And then the demons. Take them down on the way out of here. We have battle between us and them, separate them out, take them down. See, that's the first thing Master Muhammad's going to do is try to take down false Israel over there. That's on this side. First thing Suleiman's going to do here, right, is take out It's another false one. Demons. Everything. The judgment begins at the home, right? That's the first thing, Master Muhammad. Let's go down, and as soon as I go down, I'll come right behind it. It says right there in the war. It says, accused by brothers cast down. The first manifest thing that Suleiman does here. If it goes down there, demons go down here. Then the Levites, they break, take out Mr. Trump and his America on the way out of here. Doing them double is done to you. So the Levites got to do that. And then the Levites and the elect get together, take our land back. Once they get out of here, get home, then they join the battle. We take our land back from Arabia. Once we got our land back, right? The Master Muhammad, he pulls, because they have control of Arabia. Iran pulls back to, right? The Iranians pull back to Iran, Jerusalem. Jerusalem is where the throne of Master Muhammad would be. Jerusalem is the throne of David. Well, that's his throne. His throne is not. The throne of Suleiman is Mecca. So now we got Arabia. They move back. Okay, that's promised to us. Right? It's still there, so we got to fight to take it back from them. They have control of it. Iran has control of it, but the population's still there. Outside, they ran back to India. They're gone. They hit their ass thrown out of there. So now we got to battle them for our land back. Once we get our land secured, then what happens? India and China. They're still operating on this reality here. This reality is fueled by oil, isn't it? Their military and everything is fueled by oil, isn't it? But we have control of it. And we're not giving you a goddamn thing. It's over. This reality's over. We're going to destroy it. Remember, all trace of the winter is destroyed when spring comes. They're still winter. They're the last trace of the winter. They're going to try to come and take it all because that will fuel their whole reality. They need it to keep their military, everything going. But we got control of it. That's why I said these 10 kings will make war with the Lamb, but the Lamb will come to them. So they're going to defeat their ass, well, not destroy them. They'll keep their ass out of the Middle East. They're going to try to take it with their billion-man army, and we're going to keep their ass out. And so then they're going to try to go to Africa to get the oil in Africa. That's going to be with Mr. Obama. I know you don't understand that one, but that's going to be with him. He's going to have control of half of Africa, non-Islamic half. He'll have a huge army. He's the bear, not Russia. He's going to go to war with him, with them, his army. He's going to kick ass. He's going to destroy them and then take control of the army they have left. So Obama's going to have control of the whole planet, except for us in the Middle East, what you call the Middle East, and Iran, all the area. You'll be devastated. And then that's what it says. They look and says, hey, we got everything. They look over and see we have peace. No barriers around us, anything. We're free of peace. He says, if I take them, I got the whole thing. He's our half brother. He's Esau. He feels all his anyway. Esau and Jacob. And so they're going to attack us. They said they're going to take 6 months to bury the dead. That'd be the last battle. We ain't there yet. One brothers and sisters. Maker, owner, queen of planet Earth, God universe. That means all this belongs to us, but we have none of it. So that's the battle. We got to fight all of this. That's what this wars lead to. This war's the trigger. Because once it says we come together, and now as a singing group, charity group, we come together, see the great army. We're going to war. The nations get prepared to make war against the God. Going to war. The first battle with these demons, they're going to fight. We throw his ass out of the Nation of Islam, get rid of them. They're going to fight. We're going to kick their ass. And then they're going to have to be the ones have to deal with Gog on the way out of here. Get them ready for the battle in the Middle East. They got land back. Okay? Once we get that, then we're all united. And then we got to take out death and Hades. They don't come after us. Okay? And finally, Esau. It's a chain of events, brothers and sisters. Let's move on. Check. I think I'm going to continue tomorrow, brothers and sisters. Hold on just for a minute. Okay, brothers, I'm going to close here. But at least one last thing here, 666, they talk about 666, they have no idea. Who the first six is, it says there wouldn't be sanctions. Who in the world is putting sanctions on the whole planet? That shows that first six is America. If you figure it out, you can figure who the rest of the other two are. Well, this is one of them. I'm going to leave it there. But the point is, brothers and sisters, right now, what you can expect in a few more days, while this war is going on, we battle for the NOI. I said, the thrones are cast down, not let down, cast down. It's going to be a battle for NOI. All kinds to be cast out. Battle for NOI. Read Exodus. It says, when Elijah separated the ones with the message of covenant from Aaron's people, then he said, put your swords on and go and kick their ass. And he got rid of all of them. Kicked their ass out. See the same thing in Mark. They ran, coward. Oh, remember Legion? Oh, please stop tormenting me. He's talking tough at first. Oh, stop tormenting. Who are you? He knew who the message of the covenant was. I know who you are. Oh, please. Then he started begging, please stop tormenting me. Don't make me leave the country. Remember, Pharaoh don't want to go anywhere. Oh, see, they're telling who he is. He said, please let me go back here with Master. They went to swine. Let me go here with Master. To be continued. Be continued. Assalamu alaikum. Yep. See, neighbors. You know, if you're on a hot plate with no shoes on, you might look like you're dancing on it. Oh, what these clowns got coming in, they have no idea. And people they looking at in the face right now, gonna kick their ass. Oh, it's happening right now. You got people there right now. Remember, if we exit, people right now, they want to cut their throat. They're just waiting to identify the message of the covenant, that certain mark. As soon as they recognize them, they ran to them immediately. They're seeking the message of the covenant. Once it's fully recognized, bam! See how they dancing then. Let them dance. Let them dance on hot plate with no shoes on. That should be funny. Right? Assalamu alaikum.